Out of the blue of the western sky comes Sky King. As we say here in the West.
Eventually, you guys are going to see me because I don't really see myself. Hi, this is Mark. Welcome to Classic Television SmackDown. And we have an incredible bevy of hosts here this evening. And I have a slight little lag going on with my system here. So I'm going to try and figure this out. But let me go ahead and throw up my wonderful co-hosts, Jerome Connor and Rose Marie Rose. We are back after a short hiatus. I got to try and figure my camera out. Rose and Jerome, chat a little bit while I go into my settings to make sure that I'm set up correctly. How you guys doing?
Oh, you're muted, Jerome.
You're muted, I know it is. See, there you go. It's a standard tradition of our show having technical issues.
That's right. That's right.
And like every engineer will tell you, a bug like this eventually becomes a feature. And it has become a feature for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So,
can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Rose, how was your week?
It was different.
Uh-oh.
I hope that's a good different.
We'll see.
Well, I want to let my the audience know that I am officially now a property owner in the state of Georgia.
Hey, whoa. You cannot use property owner and the state of Georgia in the same sentence. You forgot all about that, huh?
No, I did not forget about that.
Well, I will never forget.
Yeah, okay.
You got a little patch of grass, right?
Yeah, about a third of an acre. But I have 2,000 square feet of house.
Oh,
okay. That's a big house.
That's what I'm saying, Rose. You got to move to somewhere else. Florida's just too expensive for you, But
what?
Hey, we have no state tax here. So.
Okay,
yeah, we do not.
So no, we got a governor, but we won't get into that.
Oh, please, let's not. I like to keep my dinner down.
So anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know that sometime in July, right about the beginning around the 4th of July, I will be headed down to Georgia to move into my new house. So
the devil went down to Georgia, right?
That's right. That's right. And here's the funny thing is, Cara knows how to play violin / fiddle. So, I'm hoping she'll get us a fiddle of gold.
Hey, Rose, we'll give him about 2 to 4 months to figure out what the South is all about. Okay, so he can be happy all he wants.
You do realize I've lived in the South. I did as a child. I lived in the South in a trailer park.
And how old were you? And how old
now,
were you?
6.
Okay, so you don't remember anything about the South. So
actually, I do. I remember quite a bit.
Yeah, okay, I'm sure you do. But anyway, we'll wait in about 4 months, and then we'll come back to you. Cheryl, I'm sorry, Rose, you were a little bit cryptic there. Was there anything we need to worry about?
Not yet. I have news that's not mine. So once I get official word.
Okay.
For
when will we know?
Yes, we won't let on. But for those of us who have an inkling of what you're talking about, we're keeping fingers crossed. There you go.
Is there a timeline?
Time lag?
Timeline.
When will you know?
Probably by next Thursday at the latest.
Alrighty. Well, I'm sure you'll let us know by then what
we got the holiday weekend, unfortunately, in between all this. So
all right. Okay. So look, everybody, let's get this thing rolling here.
Yes.
So we are very happy when we have viewers and even more so volunteers, helpers, assistants, staff people who want to come on as co-hosts for our show. This is yet another example of how anyone who watches our show can actually become a co-host if they have an idea of TV shows, which goes along with Saturday morning cartoons as well, live action and animated. If you have cartoons you remember from your past, if you have TV shows that you remember from your past, and you want to talk to us about it, you can do one or two things. You can send us the list of your suggestions, and we will take over those shows, or you can be a co-host of those own suggestions that you offer to us, and tell us a little bit about what it was about these shows that you so enjoyed. There are a ton of shows out there from our past. I mean, we're talking decades worth.
Yes.
That we have yet to touch in the years that we've been doing this. But it's always interesting when you find someone, or when someone finds us and says, hey, I have an idea. And none of those suggestions have been ho-hum to us, or, yeah, I did that already, try again. No, they all have been unique, interesting as all get out, and just brilliant. In my opinion. I've never even thought of some of these topics, which brings to topic this incredible individual who lives in a fantastic state that I happen to be born in. She's part of the convention gaggle. Is that a word? A gaggle, a duck, or a gaggle of geese, right? What's a gaggle?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Okay, anyway, so a gaggle of
giggle gaggle?
What?
A giggle gaggle?
A giggle gaggle. I don't know either. But she has come up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we heard this one before, Lorraine. You need to grow a backbone, Lorraine.
Lorraine, I'm already starting to work on that based on your subject. So, you and I need to talk.
Anyway, this individual who is part of our team here at NBL Entertainment, she has this topic that she wants each and every one of us to be reassociated with, and I thought it was a brilliant idea. So why don't I show you what the title of this show is about, then I bring up our incredibly lovely co-host. She's bringing up this topic, and her name is Cheryl Jewett-Koblinsky, and here she is. Cheryl, how are you? Hey. I feel like I should have some music in the background.
Yeah, it should be like the Carson show.
Something from Wheel of Fortune, or Jeopardy, introducing our current players. Or
the Johnny Carson show.
How's that go? I don't know how that goes. Oh, I'm glad I don't know how that goes.
Here's
yes.
Mark.
Yes.
How are you? And you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what made you come up with this incredible idea? I'm going to give you full screen to do this. Here you go.
Okay. All right. A little bit about myself. Yes. Born
Look at the makeup. Look at the
yes,
makeup.
I even dressed for the occasion.
Wow.
Mama Slaughter. Okay.
You don't like to get dressed. Hey, stand up. Can you stand up and show us that?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Wow. Couldn't do it in the heart, huh? Okay, whatever.
No. Actually, this is a character that I go ahead and help promote the haunted attraction that I am a manager at, Legends of the Fog, up in Aberdeen, Maryland. But I figured I'd dress for the occasion. This is horror show hosts. Why not? I came up with the idea. I originally thought about maybe Saturday morning cartoon show hosts, but this was a biggie because growing up in the 60s and 70s, there was horror shows. And you had your hosts, and whether you saw them in the afternoon or in late at night, they still resonated. So I thought it would be pretty cool to look at some of them. There's a lot of them.
Well, let me ask you though. been a part of this show for a long time.
Mhm.
Why now? I mean, we've been through a couple Halloweens already at that. Halloween seasons, I should say. Why now? Is it because of your availability, or you just got up the nerve to actually come on camera?
I got up the nerve.
Well, I understand law enforcement is watching this as we speak. Now that you have displayed well, you haven't even displayed the body of your victims, but we know something's been going on just from your attire.
Yeah, that and the stuff that's behind me.
They're not alive, right? That's just
They're not. They're
Yeah,
not.
I think I know one of those guys.
Really? You're just clowning with me, right?
Yeah.
See what I did there? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Whatever. Well, I'm excited because I got your list, and then I got your other list. Excuse me for a sec. I'm overcoming illness. Believe it or not, I've been ill this week, and I'm coming on the down stroke of it. So anyway, Cheryl sent me a list, and let's just say this is going to be a two-parter show.
It could go on and on.
Well, and that's why I demanded a second list. So I'm excited about what you have on this list. A lot of these clips that you were showing me, I've never seen before, but there's one specific, especially the call letters on this list that you sent me. That's my favorite because for Saturday morning cartoons, some of the cartoons that we show on Saturday morning cartoons was never seen on Saturday mornings. They were in fact shown after school in the afternoon via Captain Chesapeake. We all know who Captain Chesapeake was, don't we, Cheryl?
Yes, we do.
And this gentleman, don't we know him personally? Hasn't he come to some of the cons up north, Cheryl? Don't say his name, but
he may have.
I think I've met him personally, to be honest with you, at a con. So
he did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So we're gonna go ahead and let you take this away. Take us away, guys, back into our youth, back to the past. And we're gonna talk about Cheryl's favorite subject right now, which is dun dun dun. So take it away, Cheryl.
All right. Back just a little bit of history. Back in 1957, a package of old RKO horror movies was leased to networks, necessitating promotion. Local TV stations and studios hired TV hosts to present B movies, often given the gig to someone already working at the local station. And it was not uncommon for the weatherman or booth announcer to finish a nightly news broadcast and then race madly to another part of the soundstage for a quick costume change to present the evening's monster tale, because it was live. Yes, there were no tapes. So depending on the station, the program either came on late at night or was shown on Saturday afternoon. The first one that I have here was, I'm going to say she was the first horror host woman and her name was Mayla Normie, and she was otherwise known as Vampira on the Vampira Show. The show ran from 1954 to 1955, only in the Los Angeles area, but her persona gained fame through magazines, TVs, and movies. She always claimed that the Vampira persona was based on the Charles Adams Morticia character. So if you go ahead and roll that beautiful footage, please, Mark.
If I screw up, it's Jerome's fault.
Okay.
Of course it is.
Just saying. I think that was it, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Awesome.
Oh, I love that waist.
Oh, what a waste indeed. Oh, the waist. Yes.
I never had that kind of a waist.
I don't know any woman. I've never met a real life woman that actually had that type of waist.
I've never had that waist either. Oh, you're talking about her body. Sorry.
I mean, you look at the shape of her. I mean, just like that is not real. It's animatronics. Los Angeles. She was near Disneyland, so she's an animatronic.
So, I'm surprised it was only on a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this show was only on a year, Cheryl. Did you have any other verbiage after the clip, by the way? Or
no, I didn't have any verbiage after the clip on this one.
So we go right into discussion like we've been doing right now. Now, where has she been seen originally? Can you name that movie again?
Plan 9 from Outer Space with Bela Lugosi.
Yes. It was, I like Tor.
Tor.
Yeah. But wasn't she doing this when they approached her to do wasn't she Vampira already?
Yeah. Now I know there was a little in looking at some of this stuff too. I know later on. Well, I'll get into that later. Never mind.
Oh,
I'll get into something a little bit later on.
Oh, okay. Because I don't want to get rid of her yet. She is. I'm sorry. She's stunning.
She's very pretty. Yes.
Well, I'm sure she's dead too, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope she makes a comeback. Get it?
And I think, and if I'm not mistaken, some of the other YouTubes that I've seen, they go and celebrate her birthday every year at her graveside.
Ooh, where is that gravesite, may I ask?
It's in Los Angeles. It's that one real famous cemetery.
Oh, it's Woodland Cemetery. Woodland, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you for that one. What else you got?
What else do I have? Sorry, I have to switch between screens.
You should see what I'm doing over here. But yeah.
All right, my second one. John Zachary of Philadelphia's WCAU set the standard with his Roland character for the station's shock theater in the 1950s to the 60s. Zachary set the style, film commentary, and special effects. They were quickly emulated at local stations around the world. And he's actually, I saw a couple other clips of him doing other things too. But if you could just roll that one, I would please. That would be great.
See if this works.
Beautiful Sandran colors and patterns for you to choose. Sandran.
I'm sorry?
Those are commercials.
Oh, I was starting at your start time.
Oh, I apologize for that.
That's okay. Let's try this again. Hold on.
155, yeah.
You have my bad. You did say 155. I was looking at the one after that one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. 155. There we go.
Well, I want to see one of your home movies, I'll tell you, not before. Interrupting my valuable time like that, Igor. You've got a nerve, you do. In observance of National Home Beverage Week, I'm going to explain tonight the makings of the famous Dracula Fizz. I hope you're all paying attention out there, because I do not intend to repeat my instructions. I've made several testings. My dear, how was that last little sample, my dear? Yeah, perhaps a little more.
Okay, I let it go a little longer than you asked. This guy is intriguing. He has the perfect face to scare the hell out of you any time of the year because he's got high cheekbones and he looks like a walking skull.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I happened to catch on in looking at other YouTubes. He did a bit on the Michael Douglas show. The Mike Douglas show when Mike Douglas was in Philadelphia. And I think it was like an anniversary of his show or something of that sort, which was really interesting. And he was there in makeup and everything else. So that was pretty cool to see. But,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is intriguing. You're doing a great job right now. And I'm just curious with you and the rest of the crew here, if they remember any horror hosts locally in their town, because Cheryl and I know who our horror host was.
Yeah.
Rose and I, thanks to national TV now, and Cheryl's going to hit on that individual later on. We get to see another horror show host every week. Jerome, for you up north, is it anyone that you know of that was a horror host for your town? Who was that?
Dale Dorman. He hosted on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock till 5 o'clock the Creature double feature.
Wow.
Which was a staple up here from the 1960s all the way through the 80s. And it was the reason why summertime, there was hardly ever a kid out during the hot times of the summer, because we were all inside watching Creature double feature. It's how I got my first introduction to Godzilla.
What did he dress as? What did he look like?
Nothing. He said that was scarier for kids to see you in normal clothes because that's where the real monsters were.
So he was dressed normally in a suit, cardigan, sweater, whatever.
Sweatsuit. He was a local DJ.
Yeah.
And he did this, and he became an icon for every kid growing up because we all remember watching that show.
Yeah. Well, our host will be coming up soon on her list here. What else you got, Cheryl?
All right. I have the Detroit, Michigan Saturday afternoon airwaves had Sir Graves Ghastly, whose show ran from 1967 to 1982. Sir Graves Ghastly was created by Lawson J. Deming. The character was a vampire whose persona, look, and exaggerated laugh were intended to parody the cliched portrayals of vampires in horror films of the time. In the 70s, the show was marketed to Cleveland and Washington, D.C., where it became a hit. But the popularity was not as great as it was in Detroit. Televised sports in the 80s sent the show into hiatus, and then it was canceled in 1983. But if you go ahead and play that clip, I found this guy rather amusing.
Okay. And I'm ready for it.
Brief and to the point. Oh, good afternoon, dear heart. Welcome once again to that ghastly production Sir Graves presents. I am your friendly neighborhood vampire, Sir Graves Ghastly. Each Saturday this time on your TV2, I bring you tales of the supernatural, ghost stories, monster tales, stories to chill your blood, tales to run fingers of fear up and down your spine. So, my dears, turn out your lights, pull down the shades, draw the drapes, cuddle up in your favorite spot by the telly, and glue your little eyes to your TV screen for today's tale of terror.
Is that Bob Hope? That's not Bob Hope.
Bob Hope. I was going to say, I'm watching this, and I'm having flashbacks to Fright Night.
Yeah.
With Roddy McDowell.
Yeah, I rather like the hairdo that he had and the laugh.
I couldn't keep my eyes off his nose.
Same here. I was having problems with that nose also.
That nose was doing one of those left turns,
I believe they call that a hook nose.
Oh my God, that was awesome though. And what was his name again?
Sir Graves Ghastly.
This is not the same guy.
That's Sammy Terry. He'll be another time.
Another time. Got it. Sir Graves Ghastly.
Yeah,
that
Sir
was
Graves
awesome
Ghastly.
though. He did a pretty good job, but I'm telling you, I would have been cracking up like crazy just looking at him while he's trying to present us with a next horror feature. Now, what city was that?
That was go back and look. Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit. Yeah.
Detroit.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. All right, lady. What else
All
you got?
right, this next one. It's a little bit of a two-parter, but it's a little bit of history. Horror show host Svengoolie, portrayed by Jerry G. Bishop, hit the Chicago, Illinois airwaves 1970 to 1973. He presented sketches, told jokes, and performed parody-related songs related to the films being aired. After that, it was a little bit of a hiatus, and then Rich Coase, as son of Svengoolie in 1979, continued the format of telling jokes, introducing the movie, telling trivia, and playing short skits and songs. The show was canceled in 1986, but in 1995, Coase brought back the show and dropped the son of from the character name. Coase has been playing Svengoolie ever since and can be seen on MeTV.
Yeah. I had a friend that was on that show.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So it's great.
No, sorry, I was gearing up. I'm gearing up the tape until you tell me to show it.
Okay. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, you had me to start at a specific time, so let's go to that start time there. And here we. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hard to adjust with my big fingers. Oh crap, man! That's close enough for government work. Okay, here we go.
Scholar who studied with Buddhist monks and Tibetan lamas. Did he ever caddy for the Dalai Lama?
Hello, Nana.
Should be hello, Dolly. Admiral Burns, Ian Keith, is an old school actor who appeared on Broadway and even in silent movies, and supposedly he was considered for the role of Dracula that eventually went to Bela Lugosi.
Now there's a character.
Now the big voice narrator you hear in this film?
She was designed to be man's greatest weapon of the seas, the atom-powered submarine.
That's William Woodson, who starred in radio and early TV, has done narration on scores of TV shows and cartoons, even on Family Guy. You think he'd do some narration for us?
Call the satellite hookup and pull the plug on this travesty.
I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, I played it a little longer, Cheryl, because we're a little ahead of schedule here. So good job on that.
Well, I also included the little bit as far as the voice acting, because we all know we talk about the cartoons and such. So
was that
that's
your first clip? Was that the other clip?
No. No, the other clip, no, that was with what he was talking about.
Oh.
The other clip was probably no, not even that. The other clip was like an old, and he was talking very Transylvanian.
It was the one with the eye creatures.
The eye creatures, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you have time, we can play that one too. It's up to you.
Yeah, and that's an earlier clip of him.
Oh, I like to see that.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I have to start.
Wait a minute. What film is that we're watching with the big octopus?
Yes. It was a Ray Harryhausen production.
Oh, Creature from Something Fathoms, right?
Close enough. It came from beneath the sea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I loved it. But while I look for that other clip, I just wanted to add real quick. For some bizarre reason, there are things that come on TV that you refuse to miss, no matter how many times you've seen it. No matter how, I mean, Music Man is one for me. I'm talking, that was movies though. But in terms of individual, I watch Svengoolie every freaking Saturday night. This is ridiculous, but I find it highly, highly informative, much like our show, because even though he tells you what movie he's going to show that Saturday night, I love it when he breaks and tells you about the actors, the filming processes, all kinds of history on all of the stupid movies. For some reason, I refused to watch Svengoolie last weekend, but lo and behold, I watched it anyway, and I about laughed my butt off. And that was the man with the two heads or something.
Yeah, man with
two heads. Yeah.
Yeah, the man with Rosie Greer.
Rosie Greer, yeah.
And Ray Milland. And Ray Milland was a racist, and his head was implanted on the body of Rosie Greer, who was a convict about to get electrocuted, and they broke out of the freaking laboratory, and they're on the run. It was the funniest things with them going at each other.
I can't imagine Ray Milland doing that kind of
thing. When I saw the Rose, I'm sitting here watching, oh, look, Rosie's punching Ray Milland in the face,
Yeah.
It was the funniest thing, but I had a ball just watching all the backstories on how that was filmed and things like that, because it was a really technological feat with, you got literally, if you think about it, one guy's got to be sitting his chin on your shoulder throughout the entire filming, and then they made this molded head that looked exactly like Ray Milland when you're shooting far away shots or other kind of shots, and it was just incredible. But what a stupid ass movie, you know? It was incredible. So you want me to find that other Svengoolie clip, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's called The Thing with Two Heads.
The Thing with Two Heads. Thank you.
1972.
Let's see which one is it? It is number 6 on your list. All right, here we go. You wanted me to start it at 34 seconds, so I'll advance it. I'll let it play a little bit.
United 7, take.
Yeah, of course you didn't want to. Oh, you said 34. So it must have been after the ads. Oops. This is so difficult to have a running slide.
Now stay tuned for the Son of Svengoolie movie, The Eye Creatures, coming up next on Channel 32.
Thank you, 32.
I miss these types of shows.
I do too. I love these bumpers.
Your planet's huge.
God,
there's
even
Break
commercials
there on
here.
Saturdays
Wow.
too.
That's real old shows.
Tonight,
There.
That
starting
takes
at
you
10
back.
on Metro Media
10
32.
o'clock. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
So much how the set is changed.
Oh, hi there. Hello. Hello there. How are you? I'm all right. How are you?
Here I am once again to provide you with the finest in quality movie entertainment.
So much for humor.
This week, it's no exception. It's The Eye Creatures, a story of
He is younger.
multi-fingered invaders from space. Yeah. A movie shot literally in about 2 weeks in that movie capital of the world, Texas.
Come on, get off that.
Why do we commit ourselves to only the finest quality features on this show? Well, I think the head of our programming department said it best. In simple
Listen to the
conversation with
accent.
friends, way back when the station first started in the early 60s. I remember.
Oh, it's just like yesterday.
Television station. Oh, great, Rick. Just great. We've got the newest moving pictures in town. You know, I bought a block of films yesterday, and I want to tell you that they're going to make television stars out of some of the actors.
Yeah, well, we'll catch him. We always watch your television station.
Well, that's what makes the station popular. Good pictures.
Good pictures.
Yes, indeed. And no sooner did we acquire the Eye Creatures back then when the other stations got on the Eye bandwagon. Channel 2 adopted a huge Eye as its symbol. Channel 7 launched a show called Eye in Chicago. Channel 9 bought up reruns of Hawaiian Eye. And even Channel 11 had a program called Eye Claudius.
Do you know what you're full of?
But the sincerest form of flattery came when Desilu Productions decided to remake The Eye Creatures, starring Desi Arnaz, and called it The Eye Creature.
Oh. Okay, so Cheryl, how long ago was this?
That I want to say that was the earlier part. That was when he started back up. That was like around 79.
Wow.
Maybe,
So he's been doing the same kind of shtick other than the
Yes.
accent for this long,
Right.
huh?
Yes. Yes.
Because I never even heard of him before MeTV.
Neither did I.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, never heard of him, but he's so popular right now. They even extended his show another 30 minutes so he can add more bits to it. But
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that is very cool. A young Svengoolie, and he has a freaking Dracula accent. You know?
Well, that's because the original Svengoolie had the Dracula type accent, but he looked more like a hippie at the time because he had long hair and he dressed like, the 60s. It was.
Oh, that
it
wouldn't
was
scare
bizarre.
anybody. Come on, everybody looked like that in the 60s.
And he
you know?
wore like these sunglasses too. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, good job, Cheryl. What else you got?
All right. If you were lucky to be living in the Baltimore area between 1971 and 1985, chances are you will able to catch Ghost Host on WBFF Channel 45 UHF late night Saturday nights. So go ahead and roll that.
Okay, and we are starting on this one.
Yeah, that one's pretty short anyway.
Yeah, so it was started from the beginning. That's good.
Yeah, start from the beginning, yeah.
Makes it easy for me.
WBFF TV, Baltimore, Television 45.
Inviting you to walk, if you dare, for the Skylark, Ward Bond, and Warren Hull. In the night, he...
That was it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Good evening.
There he goes again. Nike.
I never heard of that one before.
Yeah.
Anyway, with this, I lost my place. As you see, the show always started the same way. All
That
the same
long
movements,
freaking intro.
That
Wow.
long freaking intro. Everything was always the same. However, and he didn't do this every week. He just went ahead and taped the voice every week to introduce the movie. Later on, I had heard, I saw in looking at all this stuff that one of the other people that worked at Channel 45 after, and now the person who did this, his name was George Lewis. He also played Captain Chesapeake.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. He had in order to create the voice, he had a trash can and had the microphone in the trash can in order to create that sound every week.
Nice.
We don't know anything about that, do we, gang?
They would go ahead and play tricks on him, and they would start throwing trash in the trash can, and he would get so mad as far as finding trash and everything else in the trash can that he used. But actually, in 2016, he was posthumously inducted into the official Horror Host Hall of Fame.
Good for him. Is that a national thing or local?
Yes, it is. It is. It's national.
Oh, good for him.
Yes, it is.
Wow. And what was his name again?
That is George Lewis.
Oh, it is George Lewis who was the host
George
of Ghost
Lewis
Host,
was
who
the
was
host of
inducted into that Hall of Fame.
And like I said, he was also Captain Chesapeake, and he hosted morning and afternoon cartoons.
This is where I saw, and I guess the first show on WBFF was probably Gigantor. And then came Kimba the White Lion. Then came Speed Racer. Then came Marine Boy. Those were the cartoons that came on in the afternoons after school that we all loved to death.
And now here's Marine Boy.
Oh, he was great. And he had, Captain Chesapeake had a sea monster named Moni. And I could have sworn I built that same exact costume in my 5th grade, paper mache class, because that's all that outfit looked like, was a paper mache looking sea monster, and he had like a green shower curtain on as the rest of his costume. And I'm like, hey, I can do that. So great, girl.
All right.
What else you got for us? More.
Yeah, I got more. All right.
Yeah.
So WDC, Washington, D.C., Channel 20 on UHF ran Creature Feature hosted by Count Gore Duvall from 1973 to 1987. If you were lucky enough in the Baltimore area and you had a great antenna, you could take and watch Channel 20 from DC. Portrayed by Dick Diesel, the Count's iconic style surfaced in a number of ways. He was the first host in America to broadcast an unedited version of Night of the Living Dead.
Ooh.
He also began transmitting his own show in stereophonic sound a week before the station made the announcement, which made it Washington's first stereo broadcast. Mark, if you want to go ahead, and I left this one up to you.
I have two for you.
Okay.
This first one is a little bit more iconic to what he does. Second one looks like it was a put together fan film or whatever. You'll see. But I was right. I have met this guy. You know where I met him, Cheryl?
At a con?
CastleCon.
Where?
You remember CastleCon?
Oh, CastleCon. Oh, yes.
He came to CastleCon, which is a Washington, D.C. area annual convention I went to every year. That's where I met him.
CastleCon and EveCon, yep.
Yeah, and I think he was there as a fan, not as a guest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. So check this guy out. I love this guy. This guy is,
That time of year again. Greetings, I'm the Count Gore Duvall, the host of Creature Feature, the weekly web program at www.countgore.com. And not only have I been bringing you those classic old horror movies for the past 15 years on the internet, and some of the best new shorts on the internet, but my well-hung chicken and I want to bring you this thought. May Halloween be frighteningly good for you. Right, Chicky?
Cheryl, interesting point on this. This is not that old, that one.
No, that's not. That
he
is
mentions the internet.
That one he did.
We didn't have it when we first watched this guy.
No, he didn't. Actually, in 1988, Count Gore became the first horror host to present a weekly show on the internet, featuring streaming video of movies, shorts hosted by him, and interviews with celebrities.
In 1988?
Yes, in 1988. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you guys remember anything about the internet in 1988?
Bulletin boards.
Thank you. That's exactly all we were doing. How the hell could he get streaming or whatever?
The World Wide Web had not been created, or had just been created thereabouts.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
That's an early web thing.
Yeah, because I know all I could do. I was excited when I was able to upload a photo. It took 8 hours, but I got a picture up. Okay, can I show you the second one?
Show the second one.
Okay, just tell me what to do, madam, and I will show you the second one that I found here.
It wasn't one of the ones that out of the big long one that I sent you.
You didn't send me anything for Count Gore Duvall.
Yes, I did.
No, I'm reading your list right now. It says any bit that you choose.
No, that big thing that I sent to you that you said it was way too long.
It could be. Well, we'll see. It's the Langley Punks. Does that sound familiar?
No, it's the one that I said you need to download this now because I sent that separately.
Oh. Was that supposed to be part of this segment, Count Gore Duvall?
Yes. I'm sorry. I didn't specify.
Yes. Yeah. Where did I put it? Okay. Is there anywhere to start on this one you sent?
Probably after the beginning, Because the beginning was always the same, because that starts all the way from the beginning when you start see his sign and everything else.
Well, that doesn't help, lady. I don't even know how long the beginning is. You want to test it anyway?
Let's test it, yeah.
All right, here we go. I did found it by the way. So
okay.
The following program is brought to you in living stereo.
Okay, stand by. Let me try something. This one, since we're getting some lagging on it, is probably worth uploading into the system. So I will. Oh, good, it came right on up. So stand by for it. Oh no, it just said it was too large. Yep. That was the one.
I'm sorry.
Well, we're just gonna have to try this again. We don't know how far to go into the video, do we?
No, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Your clip, you don't even know.
I know it's my clip. I know.
Okay, this thing is 14 minutes long, so you have no idea whereabouts.
Go about 5 minutes in.
Okay, good. That's a
Go
start.
about 5 minutes in. Yeah.
Okay, let's try.
Because it doesn't matter as.
Yeah, let's.
The following program.
I can advance. Okay, so 5, 2, 4. Let me know if you see anything you want me to stop.
Stop there. Stop
Where?
there.
Here?
Right there. Yeah.
Bill, my co-host has suggested some action. I'm always up for a little action. What did you have in mind?
I want to defend yourself now. Come on now.
All right. Stand back.
All right.
I didn't really.
Okay, I'm going to stop it here. Are we looking at what we're expecting to see, Cheryl?
Yeah, yeah.
So you want to tell them what we're looking at?
I want them to guess who that is.
Guys, do you know who this is on the screen right now?
I'm going to say it's Cheryl. It's Cheryl?
It is.
You're absolutely right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mrs. Koblinsky. Wow, she wasn't Koblinsky.
That is so cool.
This is Cheryl on the Creature Feature show fighting Count Gore Duvall.
I even sliced a honeydew melon.
Oscar-worthy acting.
Look how thin I was.
Don't do that, because I can show you pictures of me here, so don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Look at the curly perm. Oh my God.
I'm trying to get it to start again, but it wants to have a connection right now.
This was in 1987. Actually, not long after this, a couple. Yeah, look. Oh, aren't I beautiful?
Look at that, guys. Your
house. Look at that makeup job too. You know.
Wow.
Wait a minute. You said
Adam
1987.
Adam Ant inspired.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looked like Adam Ant.
Adam Ant. No, not Adam Ant.
Adam Ant inspired. Yeah.
So you're gonna break out into goody two shoes.
This is amazing.
They at one
I
point.
want to try this again. So
It reminds me of Mad Max.
Yeah.
Hold on for a second.
Oh, that is great.
I still have the sword. I still have the
you still have the costume?
jewelry. The costume is around here somewhere.
following-
I can't fit into it, but it's around here somewhere.
It's like one of those that you might fit in a leg,
What
right?
did you have in mind?
I want to defend yourself now.
Is this on
There's some
YouTube
leg
now?
there.
No, this is not.
All right. Stand back.
I originally had a video of when it first aired, but it was all staticky.
No, okay.
Really anticipate this kind of action tonight?
Knowing that I was going to do this program,
Well, that's true.
I wrote to
I had
Dick
something else in
Geisel
mind.
and
You think
asked
maybe we
him
could
if he still had.
reconsider this a little?
We can always think about it.
See, you shaved your underarms.
I mean,
look how skinny I am. Damn.
This is
You're
ridiculous.
still hot,
I didn't
girl.
plan on
You're
it.
still hot. So, how old were you, Cheryl?
1987.
Are you doing the math in your head here?
Yeah.
Let's get back tomorrow. Creatures of destruction before I get this
About
started.
28.
Oh, really? You were about 28?
Yeah.
Let's really consider this, huh?
How did you get on the show?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
He was running a contest that you could go ahead. He ran a contest that you could go ahead and he wanted, you could write in if you wanted to be a co-host. And I wrote in. And I sent 2 different pictures. I sent the picture of the barbarian and I sent a picture of makeup. It was a split face. And he had called me and we discussed it. I said, if I talked with the split face, half skeleton, half person, it's just going to be ruined because of, teeth underneath, it's just drawn on.
Yeah.
So we decided the barbarian. And I went down, and this was in January of 1987. There had been a big snowstorm. My mom went down with me, went down to DC with me. Well, I just wanted to be on the safe side.
Look at you.
So,
Look at you. It's so cool.
So we I went down there and we filmed. There was a guy before me, beautiful werewolf makeup. Beautiful. The guy froze up on camera.
Oh no.
Oh.
Every time the count talked to him and asked questions, all you got was a deer in the headlight stare.
Oh, wow.
They started running things, underneath of him, like he actually lives underneath of the station and everything else.
Wow.
But it was pretty cool. Once we were done that, I got knocked into the coffin at some point towards the end. He bites me on the neck, tickled like hell, and I start laughing.
Sure that was deep?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it was the mustache.
That must have been quite the explanation of the hickey at the time, right?
It was actually fun. It was really fun, and I even got a jab at my ex that
Oh, what did you say?
Oh no, he said something that I about boyfriends. I said, well, I got rid of him.
Wow. Look at you.
The belt buckle that I have there, my father had made.
Oh, wow.
My father had also made the scabbard for the sword.
So this was a whole family production.
This was a whole thing, yeah.
They got you all made up to go on TV.
I did that myself. Yep.
Hey, Cheryl, was this a tape segment or was this live?
This was all taped.
Okay.
This was all taped. That's why I said we were doing all these tapings. There was even in between with the commercials, in between there'd be like that 10-second or 15-second little short.
Yeah.
It'd be like
we'll be back with the thing.
We got the point. Here's the point. It's just
yeah.
It was fun.
Wow. Look at Cheryl.
That's awesome.
Barbarian girl. You should have been on the Thundar show. Wow.
I wore my hair like that for 7 years.
Wow, really?
How often were you on the show?
That's the only time I was on the show.
Okay.
Really? So Cheryl, you don't wear your Pat Benatar hair anymore?
No. That was all perm. That was all perm.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, but okay.
But yeah.
Look at you. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, our co-host is not just a star on this network, but a star in the past on another network.
See that?
Hey, where you guys going?
Oh, this needs to go up. This needs to go up on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, we're gonna put this up.
See, I almost fall in the. We almost.
Yeah, we're definitely we're gonna load this to our channel on YouTube because this is incredible. Yeah,
That's
see
funny.
Cheryl on, and the show was Creature Feature, wasn't it?
It was Creature Feature, yes.
That's
It
what
was
I thought.
Creature Feature, yep.
Because when Jerome mentioned Creature Feature, I'm thinking, I said, yeah, I think we had a Creature Feature too.
A lot of them were
we didn't
called.
have a host.
Everybody had a Creature Feature, yeah.
A lot of them had a Creature Feature, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fast forward this to see if I can see anything I can hold you for ransom for, you know.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of blackmail material here.
I don't either, and we're at the end. Oh, wait a minute, you're in the casket?
I'm in the casket, yes, indeedy.
Oh, I love the fact they got Vampira.
Vampirella.
Yeah.
That's Vampirella.
Vampirella, I mean.
Yeah, that's the comic character, Vampirella.
Yeah.
Wow. And there you are in the
coffin.
That was definitely.
You look like you were having a lot of fun, Cheryl.
Oh, I did.
Right.
I did.
so
and the funny part is a friend of my husband's went ahead and I had first met him like quite a few years ago, and we got to talking about Count Gore and the others. And he said, yeah, I saw Count Gore, and there's this really hot barbarian babe on there. And I stood here and I said, wearing gray? Yeah. Curly hair? Yeah. I said, that was me. His jaw dropped like,
Wow, good.
We kid about it today now.
Congratulations, that was
awesome.
great.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And you got.
I was going to ask if your husband knows about it, or is this the deep dark secret of
No,
Cheryl?
he knows. He knows.
Wow.
Has he seen it?
Oh yeah, he's seen it.
Yeah.
In fact, once I got it back from Dick Diesel, when I uploaded all that, I sent it to my husband.
So you contacted Gore Duvall.
I contacted him to see if he had that, and he had it and sent it to me.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Very nice.
He's a sweetheart. He really is. He's a very nice man.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You got three more clips.
Three more.
Then just imagine if we've kept in the other additional 6 that you had.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So here we go. What's your
All
next
right.
one?
My next one, actually, just go ahead and run it because it needs no introduction.
Yeah, it really doesn't. It
does not need any introduction.
Yeah, this one's going to make me angry. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Looking for that number 7 is what it is. You did say that, right, Cheryl?
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. Okay, here we go. I know you want me to go forward on it to 50.
Yeah.
Oh God, we already know what it is right there. Yeah, well, we don't need to see her name. Ought to be a law. Ought to be a law.
Hello, darling. It's me, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, that video cutie who makes the boys stand up and salute. Well, it's time to reach into the old vault for today's video treasure. Boy, talk about scraping the bottom of the barrel. Ooh, smells like a really ripe one. Let's see, it's Killers from Space.
Oh yeah,
ripe. Well, I'll just stick this where the sun don't shine. No, not there. In the VCR. There we go. I bet you're thinking Killers from Space is one of those.
All right, you can start talking about her. This is your off time here, and all we need to do is look. We don't need to hear her.
Okay. All right. In 1981, Cassandra Peter won an auditioned to be a hostess for a Los Angeles weekend horror show called Fright Night. They left it up to Peterson to create the role's image. She and her best friend came up with the sexy punk vampire look. Peterson's Elvira character rapidly gained notice with her tight-fitting, low-cut, cleavage-displaying black gown. Adopting the flippant tone of a California valley girl, she brought a satirical, sarcastic edge to her commentary. She reveled in dropping risque double entendres and making frequent jokes about her cleavage.
Were you saying something?
Her camp humor, sex appeal, and good-natured self-mockery made her popular with late-night viewers, and her popularity soared. Her popularity carries through today with her movies, videos, and TV and personal appearances at conventions. I was going to say earlier that Vampira was trying to put a cease and desist to
really?
Elvira.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Because of the outfit and all of that. But she says, no, this is a Valley Girl. This, she said they're totally different. So she kind of like won out.
Yeah.
All of that.
Oh, what if she wore that? That wouldn't work.
What's interesting is did you know she had a comic book also?
Yes.
Yeah.
I still have those somewhere in this house.
I saw her at a convention once out of uniform. I guess.
Oh, she is gorgeous.
She's a redhead too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know she had a horrible accident in her life, right? She got burnt over a major chunk of her body.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows Elvira. Are you guys in the chat room? Are you familiar with Elvira? Let's see if Mike chimes in first.
Did she end up becoming like syndicated? Because I remember her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She's been around forever. I don't know how we saw her on TV in terms of what was she on?
Wouldn't it have been more like a TBS or something like that too?
Maybe
something like that.
Yeah. Because I'm having a hard time. Yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out where have I seen Elvira from the first time. It might have even been a cable.
Yeah,
it was definitely cable.
Yeah.
Mine was on cable when I saw her. I was watching, and what was the first one I saw? Was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was here in town. Obviously, Mike met her at Spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mike, were you at that infamous convention? I was there too.
That was not when I met her, but that was that infamous.
The one where there was the fist fights and stuff.
Was it had something to do with her bobblehead?
Yeah, the bobblehead.
The bobblehead that didn't get shipped.
I was there.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so when she was
2018.
When she was a baby, she was scalded with boiling water.
Okay.
And 35% of her body had to have skin grafts.
Yeah. Well, it worked out perfectly as far as I can tell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow, Elvira. I mean, how could you not have her listed in your horror show host show here tonight, Cheryl? That was
I couldn't. I really couldn't.
Yeah, you probably would have got scolded by the cartoon or our chat room.
Yeah, I sure would have.
Wow, that was amazing. Elvira, I don't know where she stands today, no pun intended, or what she's doing now, or.
Well, she just released a biography, didn't she?
Did she?
Yeah, hang on a second here.
Do you know that, Cheryl? It would be. I'm sure it'd be an interesting read.
Her memoir is called "Yours Cruelly, Elvira: Memoirs of the Mistress of the Dark." Came out in 2021. That's when you found out about her living arrangements.
What do you mean?
She's been in a relationship with a woman since 2002.
No hope for me to get married at all.
Well, as I said to somebody,
I am screwed for life. That's it. I can't hook up with nobody.
I said to somebody else, when that was announced, because when it came out, there was a big deal about her, in that relationship. I said to somebody, one, that's killed a whole lot of fanboy fantasies, and two, it's created a whole bunch of new fanboy fantasies.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But I still, even in that portion of it, I'd probably still get my ass kicked. So
Probably. Because they met at the gym.
Cheryl, you got 2 more left. Good job on this show. We're really enjoying it. So
all right.
go for it.
Go ahead and do the next one.
Okay, and
Because this one also doesn't need an introduction.
okay, and you tell me to start it at the
Start
beginning.
at the
Okay,
beginning,
cool.
yeah.
Here we go.
Hi, y'all. Welcome. Sweet Grandpa. You know,
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
welcome to Super Scary Saturday on the Super Station. Doesn't this man really great, huh? Oh, it's a beauty. This is where I do all my experiments. Oh, I remember when I first started working in the lab with my partner Pythagoras. Oh, may God rest his soul. This is what we use. But now I'm online with this mad scientist computer. And now I know where to go for a quick buck. And that's my screaming room. Look, why don't you and I go to the movie Mausoleum? We are gonna have a whole bunch of fun. Come on, don't be scared,
Be scared.
Wherever you want to stop it, Mark, is fine.
I like to mute since visuals are really attractive in a show, and just talk over it. But yeah, Al Lewis, good job. What can you tell us about Al Lewis, Cheryl?
All right. He hosted Super Scary Saturday in TBS. Unlike some actors, Lewis didn't mind being typecast. He enjoyed acting out his grandpa character and got a surprising amount of mileage from such a short-lived role.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
He made some bucks off of it.
He did. And when asked if he was tired of the character, his reply, "Why not? It pays the bills."
Yep.
There you go. It's common sense right there.
Common sense right there. Yeah.
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 Okay. Jerome, where did you first see Al Lewis?
The Munsters.
Okay. Rose, where did you first see Al Lewis?
The Munsters.
I first saw Al Lewis on Car 54. Where are you?
Yeah. I know about that show. I don't think I've ever seen an episode.
With Fred Gwynn.
Fred Gwynn, who was Herman Munster.
That's just crazy.
He played the main cop in there, Car 54. Where are you? And I actually thought I saw him somewhere else earlier, but I can't name the show in my head. Something like Phil Silver's show or something really.
He did a lot of different parts.
All right, let me look.
He really did.
Yeah, either Phil Silver's. It could have been. It could have even been the Honeymooners. I don't think so on the Honeymooners.
No,
though.
not the Honeymooners.
But something that early when black and white was really harsh black and white. Or no, I should say it was soft black and white, not hard.
He was on 3 episodes of the Phil Silver show as Bruno the mobster.
Yeah, it was Phil Silvers, man. I hate my memory.
He was also in The Naked City.
Ooh, was he really? That's a drama.
Yeah.
Wow. And I think in everything I've seen him in, he always had a cigar too.
Yeah.
Let's see. He was in the
What
world
else
of.
What else you got on Al Silvers?
Al Lewis?
I mean, Al Lewis. I don't know where I get Silver.
Hey,
I have Phil
Silvers, Al Lewis.
Right, Al Silvers, whatever. Tomato, come on.
Let's see. He ran for governor. In
Really?
New York. Yes.
What city?
New
What
York.
state?
New York.
Against who?
I can't remember who.
Does it say what year? Not necessarily against who, but what year?
Politics.
Yeah, politics. He was.
I would say the 30s.
1998 as a member of the Green Party.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
He got a total of 52,530 3 votes that exceeded the threshold of votes set by New York law, and hence guaranteed they would be on the ballot for the next 4 years.
That bloodsucker. Oh my God. That's amazing. Al Lewis ran for the freaking governor, not mayor. It was governor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Isn't that
But
amazing?
if you never seen him on Car 54, guys, just pull him up on YouTube or something and look at an episode.
You know, he was in Married to the Mob.
I vaguely remember him being that, and I think he was a bad guy in that too.
Yeah. Yeah. He was, where is it?
One of the mobsters, I think.
Uncle Joe Russo.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Wow. All righty. We are down to
My
our
last
one. But before we get to our last one, I want to say how much this has been a pleasure. This episode on Classic Television SmackDown, when we have a guest host who just surprises the hell does better jobs than the 3 of us, and they come up with just such classic, brilliant titles. And
job.
I already warned you guys that there were 6 more that we niched.
Well, then that means there has to be a part 2.
Yeah.
I told her. I emailed her this week. I said, look, I've just went through your clip, and you've just made a 3-hour show. I'm just saying, you know. And lo and behold,
3-hour show.
She cut it
Yeah,
down.
Cheryl, come back on and do the next half when you have a chance.
She cut it down, and we got another half of this show to do. But in the meantime,
maybe closer. Well, maybe probably about a month before Halloween.
I was
because I know Halloween's your busy time.
I was really
Halloween's
thinking
my busy time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop
I was
using
really
logic.
thinking, Cheryl, that we ought to just assign Halloween annually to you. You know, I know you got duties on Halloween, but before you start, you know, your houses, before they open up, and you got to tell us a little bit more about that anyway. Before you start getting really engulfed into your duties for those Halloweens, you get in a freaking Halloween seasonal show. It could be the entire month of October, you know, if you want. But I think that's your job. You know, you can't refuse it because I'm telling you, it is your job.
You know, that's what we love about Mark. He's so subtle.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Now get on with this last damn thing so I can get some more whiskey out of it. Yeah. So anyway,
No, Mark, you think we should take and just sew him first, or go ahead and talk about him first?
Well, it's interesting because, well, let's show him. I think
Show him.
Yeah, let's show him. So let's go for it. And I have to start it. Do I have to start at 24 seconds in, or what's the beginning look like?
Start it from the beginning. I mean, it is only like go up to a 1:09.
Yes, it's only a minute long, so let's play it all.
You're now watching Dr. Sarcophagi's Fright Gallery.
I'm going to stop this for a minute. I'm going to see if this will upload. I know it's about the same length as the other one that wouldn't upload, but I'm going to test it and see what they tell me. And already got denied.
They tell you you're crazy.
Yeah, it's too. And I'm wondering why, but okay. All right, so let's go back to where we were. Got that part already. Whoops.
Just tasting stuff I've ever had in my life. Just tasting stuff I've ever had in my life. With a touch of lemon. Yes, it had a touch of lemon.
Did I go far into that?
You did, but that's
All right,
okay.
so,
that at least
hold
shows
on.
him. That's all.
Hold on, let me go back to, and then you're going to have to explain this other thing after this, because I know this comes after the stop point. So try me again on that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fright Gallery. Oh, excuse me. Let me do it.
It's not me.
Right. The Fright Gallery. I'm Dr. Sarcophagi. Ooh, and what are we showing tonight? The monster. Yes, it's one of my favorite werewolf movies, which is kind of sort of not a werewolf movie. The stars, not a mad scientist. But let me tell you what he is, a misunderstood scientist. That's right. A scientist who's trying to, be on the threshold of a major discovery of harnessing the
Wait a minute. So we're at the stop point, and I'm confused. What is it? Tell us, Cheryl. What is it we supposed to know about this one?
All right. This is he's actually from the 1990s. His name is Dr. Sarcophagi, and he's portrayed by John Dimes. He is the first and still only African American horror host. His program, The Spooky Movie, debuted in 1995 on Falls Church Community TV, formerly Channel 38, where it continues to run every Friday night. Dr. Sarcophagi can be found also on YouTube. He actually did some bit too with Count Gordeval. A couple of probably in the early 90s. Okay. He was with Count Gordeval. But he's the only African American horror host.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool. It looks like the Matrix to me.
Do you guys see the character on the right on the screen right there? Anybody can name him and the movie before Mike gets it. Quick.
Charlie Chan.
No, he looks like one of the villains from Wild West.
Nope. That's Charles McLaughlin, and I think the character that he's doing is from the Island of Lost Souls, which is also called
Dr. Moreau. Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, that's Dr. Moreau, who that was supposed to be.
Oh my God.
That's Red Fox, if you guys didn't know, from Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
There's a point here, I'm sure. I turned the volume off, but I don't know.
That's because you were a teacher's pet, fool. And I mean that literally, because I remember him giving you kibble and keeping you leashed by his desk.
As a vampire?
So, what did this play on, Cheryl?
Cheryl? I think more than likely it was some internet.
It's an internet show.
It's an internet show.
None of the
and you can find him on YouTube. Yeah, not a network, but a lot of YouTube.
He does have an entry in Wikipedia. I'm looking at that right now.
Does he really? Okay.
Yeah. Apparently he's been, he even sang on stage at the Apollo.
Wow. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm just fast forwarding and see if we see anything. Here comes the eye. Well, that's an interesting.
He wrote a book which has been favorably compared to the writings of Doug Adams.
One of those stupid fools who raise their voices against me. You're aware, of course, that this country is at war.
So I wonder, how does he get the right to broadcast an entire movie on YouTube?
I don't know.
Well, a lot of these old horror films are now in public domain.
Yeah.
Okay. If you look at what was it? It's a Wonderful Life. The reason it got so much air and is now called classic was it was in public domain. So people and because a lot of the studios didn't grab these old films back in the day, and some of these newer ones, the studios are just glad anybody's willing to pay even any money for them.
Yeah, because a lot of these are really. That looks like something from Dr. Moreau.
That looks like the Wolfman, the original Wolfman from Universal.
Yeah, I agree with you on that too. But if it was Dr. Moreau,
I think that's Dr. Moreau.
Yeah, but again, it doesn't matter. I mean, it may have been in public domain.
Yeah.
You can't kill him nowhere, except with a silver bullet.
Hey, werewolf.
I'm telling you, it was something awful.
That's definitely early 30s. Whatever this is. Maybe even 35, 36.
interested to study such an amazing animal, wouldn't
I don't think he does an entire episode or entire
Probably,
movie.
maybe just clips.
Clips, yeah.
Clips.
I think he hits on a lot of clips.
What good can come with tampering with the normal laws of...
Man, I am
Even
so
if I
big
like
on
the
black
sense
and
of-
white movies, guys. I don't know about you, but I adore black and white
Well, I
cinematography.
may as well leave. Sure, go ahead.
Even the writing.
And I'm feeling okay.
There's some
I don't
really
even know what I'm looking at.
Well, hopefully we've shown you things you haven't seen before. Things that make you just go, what the hell was that all about?
What the
That's just
heck?
your imagination.
You got me, Jerome. Yeah, so I guess that is a werewolf movie.
Werewolf has nads.
Wish you'd wait till morning.
The thing needs a shade.
What we're going to be hunting out there, some kind of creature.
Nobody I recognize.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
I don't either.
Wow. That looks like Exo.
Oh.
That looks like Exo.
I saw my father take the spaceman's gun. And there's no telling what he'll do. Michael, we've got to get those things.
Oh my
Is
God.
that Andy
Michael.
Williams?
Galaxy Invader. He is no E.T.
Oh, so this had to be done around 85, 86, 87. The Galaxy Invader.
Frank, you're on.
There's that damn Wolfman again.
Aren't a pretty sight to look at, neither.
We saw that scene kind of like, whoa, what was that? All right. Well, kind of get the gist here. Thank you very much. Wow. Well, Cheryl, what a fantabulous job you did tonight. We did go about to our 90-minute limit here, which is around about what I thought we would end up, But that was fantastic. Really, really appreciate you. Anybody got any words of admiration for Cheryl here? And you guys?
When Cheryl told me she was going to do the show, I thought it was the best idea I've heard in a long time. It was
I'll be honest. I was somewhat skeptical. Well, no, I was skeptical about the amount of material she was going to get.
Well, I can show you the amount of material. You want to go there, okay?
No,
if you want to go there, you brought it up.
I got it now. I understand it now. But
Good
again,
God in heaven, I've been struggling with her for a week now.
This is my limited, understanding of the material. I could never do this part of this show. So Cheryl, kudos. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
That's why it's great to have guest hosts. You get different perspectives. And
Exactly.
ideas,
Exactly.
You really do. And that was a great and enough for. Have we done part twos with any of our other show hosts yet, guys?
Not yet, I don't think.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, not that
Well,
I'm aware of
I
either.
did game show. I did 2 parts of the game show part 1
that's
and 2.
right. You did.
Right.
And I did lawyers part 1 and 2. So that was a while
But you're
back.
a regular. You're not a guest host. So that's your job. Your job is the parts, And
I mean, we've had Buzz on both shows.
Literally, Cheryl is our first guest host that we are making her come back because we want
absolutely.
more.
We need a part 2. Yes.
Yes.
And I know what part she's going to show you already. I guess I'm going to save them and not delete this.
You'll just have to get a few more somewhere, Cheryl. To
there are plenty. And the thing is, with the guests, with the horror hosts, a lot of them were specialized to local stations, and not all of your local stations, had.
Do you have any contacts with any of them still around?
Count Gore's still around.
Why don't you?
He
drop
does.
him a
He
line?
does. He does. He even does conventions still.
Yeah.
And occasionally he also does down in Sterling, or he'll host a movie, a horror movie.
I see.
And, but yeah.
Well, just put a bug in his ear if you can, if he's interested in coming on, one night or whatever, and share stories with us, whatever.
Okay.
But other than that, man, that was great. You did a great job. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. I'm thank you for the effort, because you went and got into makeup and bloodied up a few siblings before you came and sat down.
Yeah, she got a little therapy aggression out.
She did. She wanted to. What do they say? You have to get into.
You have to get into character.
And
method acting.
Yes, it's method acting. That's what it was. Yeah. She did some method acting for us. She even, propped up her stage in the background there.
Actually, all of those masks are my son's.
Okay.
Well, he also acts in the haunted attraction.
No, you know what he did. You just outed a superhero. Do you understand what you just did there?
I figured this is more of a case of this is how Halloween starts.
Yeah, in your son's room.
No, it started a long time ago.
I was gonna say he doesn't. Yeah. Does he have a William Shatner mask?
Yeah, that'll scare anybody. But
no, actually, he has a Michael Myers mask up there.
Well, that's what it was. It was a William Shatner mask.
Yeah. I think I've seen your son once or twice on the screen before, but so this is something I like to remind everybody. If you guys are interested in being a co-host, you don't have to pick something horror related. We already got our horror related gal here, so hands off. But you have classic television from the ages. You go as far back as you can remember, and think of series. We'll accept a few movies, I guess, if somebody wanted to do a bid on The Exorcist. Yeah, I mean, we could say that it did show up on a Saturday movie. You guys remember they used to have? Well, they had movie of the week, but did a daily movie come on each night on any network? Anybody remember?
No, it did not on every night, but you did have things like the NBC Monday Night Mystery Movie,
right?
In
syndication, on syndication channels, there was like a movie that would start at 7 to 9.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. I got something in the back of my head where I saw a Tuesday night at the movies, or definitely a Friday night at the movies. Something like that.
Yeah, you have to check.
TV, yeah.
They may have done it sporadically.
Yeah.
But not every day of the week. But that's great. So like I said, if you guys have memories from your past, if it's something that you definitely say, oh, I want to do a show on My Mother the Car. I say, oh, okay. You might have to nudge me or wake me up a couple times, but just that's fine. You can do a segment on My Mother the Car. It's accepted. So think up something. Come on as a co-host. Otherwise, you're going to keep hearing from us each and every other Friday on what we come up with. And you can't complain about our shows because we gave you the chance, okay? But it was nice for Cheryl, and she was planning this on coming on. She just couldn't, I guess, get up the gumption to come in front of us and do this. But the topic, and we had no idea what topic she was going to do. But when she did tell us, we're like, okay, that's okay.
Sounds great.
I guess that's all right,
Something different.
And it ended up being, spectacular. So, thank you so much for joining us. You guys, tomorrow morning, we will not have Rose with us. It'll be only the boys show tomorrow. And tomorrow's show, we're going to do a Tex Avery. If you don't know who Tex Avery is, we're going to do a show on Tex Avery tomorrow morning. And that starts at 9 a.m. So get in your pajamas, get your cereal, join us tomorrow morning, and we'll have something to discuss with you then. But other than that, I guess this is when we can go ahead and sign off. And thank Cheryl once again on a fantabulous job.
Thank you for having me.
It was just great, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And somebody's beeping in from the future, so I guess we better go now because they know what's going to happen in a few minutes. So I want to go so it doesn't. I'm changing the future right now. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. See you guys. Bye.
Out of the blue of the western sky comes Sky King. As we say here in the West.